return him at the rim.
80 got position down low. At that time, slams it home. Good look on the dump down by the regular season. Air ball by Williams, but Dort got the offensive rebound. Now Dort buries a three. Career year for Larry early
To hit them with that look.
And my apologies to Mark. Ashley Kerr is her name, not Ashley Kent. Hartenstein there with the stick back. And Oklahoma City with a double bigs for Oklahoma City. Give offenses so much trouble. Nice pass by Morant to Conchar. You've got the two best teams in the league in terms of record bigs. Is that the future?
Well, listen, a lot more teams are doing it, but you better make sure if you're going to do it. As Hartenstein hits him with another floater. If you're going
got to the league with guys being more athletic and taller, he says it's the easiest shot to get off.
I mean, everybody's getting great looks. Keep firing them. We put the work in.
He says.
Yeah, the fact they have 20 points as the three goes for the corner from Wiggins.
It is a load to handle in the low post, particularly when he goes to that left-hand jump hook.
Jalen Williams from mid-range. 6 points for Williams penetrates. Wiggins, same spot, same result. Lost his footing, no foul. Another transition opportunity. Showtime Williams. Too strong, but Hartenstein another rebound. Williams, great dish. Hartenstein with the score right at the rim. Another 31-point lead. Hartenstein and Williams, just beautiful basketball right now. Playing catch in the backyard. Well, it took a while to get going, but that has not been the case. Hartenstein, there's the teardrop again. He can't miss with that. And it's a three spins out.
Right on cue, I gotta tell you, this looks like a very...
The stars for Memphis, Jaren Jackson, 1 rebound and 2 points. John Morant had 11 points, but he was 4 of 11 from the floor. And now the Thunder pushed their lead. Jackson, not sure if that was a pass or a shot. Bagley puts it in.
No, Bagley, the one guy that's actually...
The Thunder, Mark Dignault said, if Hartenstein's not acclimating to your locker room, there's something wrong with your locker room. Because he gets along with everyone, he's competitive as hell. He cares. Alex Caruso's the same way. You think those two have been with this club for 3 years, and that's a compliment to both of those guys.
And Kate, we see it every post-game interview. It's great chemistry. It's just not something you see every day in the NBA.
Yeah, it's part of their calling card as a team, and I think it empowers everybody to feel.
Joe controls it. Holmgren will let it fly. That's good. 13 three-pointer.
The best you can hope for right now if you're Memphis is trying to have some of these guys have a little bit of offensive success here to close out the game, hoping that visions against this defense.
And when you're Memphis on the floor, yet his team is getting destroyed.
Just what I was about.
Used his shooting earlier in the game. Lamar Stevens inside, count the basket.
Yeah, he'll get votes, probably some MVP votes. Certainly think is headed for a first-team All-NBA selection.
Three-pointer for Isaiah.
Playoff game today. Meanwhile, Ty Lue coaches his 93rd. Here we go. Game 1 is underway. The Clippers win the tip. Crowd will stand here until the first Nuggets bucket. As Harden goes to the corner to Dunn. Dunn bounces, shot clock fading. Zubac leaves it short, but follows it up with a little hook. Under 45% from the floor. Doing so, by far the best mark of anyone. Double comes this time. Porter alone. Connects. Sign for Denver to have Porter hit that first one. Ty Lue told us Michael Porter Jr. is a key for them as Zubac stuffs it down. Tipped out, and Denver will control. Here's Murray. Finds some space. Murray on the finish.
Ups his scoring more than any player ever. That is not hyperbole. That is a fact.
Yes.
He goes up, 6-7 points in the playoffs.
Leonard hits the jumper. Here's Harden off the rebound. You bet!
Like you just said, I think that's the real key. On a team that doesn't have a lot of wing defenders, the Nuggets, Westbrook has to be that.
Jones floats it in. Leonard connects on a three. Here's Leonard staying on the floor with his two. Leonard muscling his way inside for the finish. Good so far here today.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought, Ryan, when Paul George didn't come back, that's, again, way too easy right there. Kawhi Leonard is blowing by.
Good so far here today.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought, Ryan, when Paul George didn't come back, that's, again, way too easy right there. Kawhi Leonard is blowing by.
With him on and off, they go from bludgeoning teams to getting crushed as Zubac gets free.
I don't keep saying it, but Denver's problem this season has been their defense. And again, you can see it right now. Clippers shoot 57% from the field, and the Clippers are already established their defense. So
Jokic takes, short. Zubac secures the rebound. Up ahead, Leonard roaming free, lays it in. Timeout, Denver. By the way, Harden has not fouled out this season. Brown off the steal.
13 for the Nuggets.
Murray swivels in. Didn't finish it.
Again, the little things. He's 9 of 18 from the field. As Batum makes a pay. I mean, it's always the missed layup and the three on the other end. It's always that 5-point swing.
2-for-1 opportunity for the Clippers. Jokic comes up with a steal. Jokic motoring all the way.
That was some of the best ever to do it. That'll be the Clippers offense until Zubac comes back in as Murray shows up.
Ties it at 81. Leonard is 16th straight game with at least 20, third longest streak of his career. Batum, catch, fire, and hit from three. Here's Jokic, backing down Zubac. Jokic flips it in, methodical and precise. Zubac now with 17 points, 12 rebounds. They get 19 points for Zubac. Brown, beautiful cut, spins it in.
Have to be disciplined and execute.
And that's where this two-man game is so effective. Murray out of three. Harden flings it back, three to shoot Batum. Oh my! What a shot from Nicholas Batum! As the mismatch on Harden. Leonard shading, double comes, open Gordon, his three. Murray weaving, floating, and hitting.
He just has a knack for the big moments, right?
Leonard surrounded, fades, and hits. Big bucket there, Harden. Looking to take Murray. Harden skates in and floats another home.
Second he gets that.
10 to shoot. Another touch here for Jokic. Brown will fire. And Murray. And a steal. Dunn comes up with it. Here comes Leonard. Resuscitation for LA. Harden connects. What a three from Harden.
Can wait here.
Westbrook, no! Gordon keeps it alive, just a 2-second difference game in shot clock. And now Powell. Huge free throw from Gordon. Here comes the next. He got it. 3-point game.
Skill. They got to get a good look here.
Down 3, 10.9 to go in overtime. Harden knocked out of bounds, and it last hit Harden. And guess what? Now, screaming across the timeline, launches away, able to hit the three with 0.9 remaining, but that will do it. The Nuggets emerge, Game 1 victors.
And giving Los Angeles extra possessions to start this game.
Doncic sees two, pardon me. That was Anthony Edwards saw two, got through the lane.
Austin Reeves had that shot right at the beginning, but so smart, taking it into the middle of the lane, drawing two and kicking it.
And Randall. Doncic off the dribble handoff. Finney Smith checked into the ball game. Luka is on one right now to start this game. Hachimura from deep. Laces it.
Another offensive rebound. One of only 4 teams. And you're talking about OKC, Boston, and Cleveland as the other 3.
All 60-win teams as McDaniels hits the wing 3 to make it a 5-point lead for the Lakers.
Defense against the Lakers has been pretty good to start, but they've given up so many offensive rebounds.
Doncic is locked in. We're on a fish grease alert right now. He's up to 12 already here in the first quarter.
Well, using him as a screener, then he just pops right back out.
Things at him, but, again, we got to take care of the glass when we make them.
Chris, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
It's interesting that LeBron, for the first time in a playoff game, did not score in the first quarter. What a game a little bit earlier between the Clippers and the Nuggets. Reeves on the drive. Little giant killer, giant slayer over McDaniels. And speaking of drives, Alexander Walker into Randall. 10 on the shot clock. Back out to Reed for 3 for the lead. Got it. And Minnesota has stormed back here in the early portion of the second quarter.
Dunks this year for the Lakers, but it gives them a little more rim protection with him in there.
McDaniels left that short, got it back, and laid it in over Hachimura.
Both freshmen together playing for Mike Hopkins is now with the Phoenix Suns.
James spins, fires, got it, and one. LeBron James on the board. Good defense by DiVincenzo. Alexander Walker on the fly. James!
He knew that all the way, timed that out.
To end the first half.
And they outscored the Lakers 20-10 in the paint and really shut off the offensive glass in that second quarter, where they outscored LA by 18.
Edwards sprays it out to McDaniels. The corner 3 is pure. Shot clock down to 5. Edwards got to get busy, got downhill. Floater comes off, got it back. Randall from deep, and they cash in on a second opportunity.
Reeves was 1 of 6 in that first half. And Minnesota went after him on the defensive end.
Edwards, it's butter. Minnesota on a roll.
They didn't score any fast break points in that first half, as you mentioned, Jay, and that they need to get back to being the aggressors. We've seen that certainly carry on here as LeBron James nails a three-pointer from the corner.
The last time these two teams met, ironically, in the conference finals, Rudy Gobert converting on the high handoff. Back out to Edwards, one more to Randall. Got Luka in the air. Float game, comes out, got it back. Randall and one. Julius Randall putting some muscle in his hustle.
It takes some time after a trade.
For the Timberwolves, Randall going to do a little bit more heavy lifting at that end of the floor. Knocks down the midi. Luka trying to press up on Ant. With pristine, pulchritudinous footwork, Edwards knocks down the midi.
It looked like it was going to be a little cross screen and then down screen for the screener, but he cut it short to get that 3.
Edwards off the bounce, spins, back out to a wide open Randall, cash out. Got his air fryer out, ready to cook. Ant-Man gets it back, pulls the 3, and it's wet. Playing some of the best basketball of the season towards the end of the year. James drives the closeout and punches it home.
Lakers now looking like a little 2-3 zone. They did a lot of that against Oklahoma City.
McDaniels attacks it, got the short midi. Edwards, Hachimura. Edwards with the tween. Over to Reed, catch and shoot 3 on the way, and he laces another one. Wow, and a little room service off the careless pass. DiVincenzo flying charter. And the lead balloons back to 111-90. LeBron comes with the double and help. Good catch by McDaniels. Little sidestep, little
Your will on the Rockets. Aaron Holiday trying to stay with Steph. And Curry bottoms a 3. He thought he was fouled as well. He's telling Billy Kennedy.
Listen, Holiday was in his jersey. Steph's release is so lightning quick.
Steph Curry floating it up and in.
Well, Steph is going.
So Steph has not played the Rockets either the 2 times. He has 8.
Got the 3-ball working and getting inside. He knows he can get inside against his team.
Trace Jackson Davis. Now the Warriors could use a lot more of that.
And they need him to get back to being the dynamic big that he has been. How about that tornado move in traffic? That's different for bigs.
Lindy pushing it back on Şengün. Waiting for Draymond. Right down the lane.
Well, that's what happens when you trail. Sometimes the Red Sea just opens up.
Pat Spencer's first playing time. And Pat Spencer with the mid-range.
He got into the the paint, got into the defender's body, got some separation there.
Warriors come up with Tari Eason missing, and then the foul.
Tari Eason was frustrated. Felt like he should have made that. He kind of went horse collar on TJD.
And Pajemski hitting a three, his first made field goal. Remember in the first game, the Warriors scored 127 points. They come up with a turnover there. And Buddy Hield backing it home.
That's how you can kind of come back, cut into the lead, get out in transition after the turnover.
There's a Kuminga post up on Jabari Smith in this third quarter.
It's a mean hesitation there on Sengun.
Kuminga went right at Sengun, tipped it up. How about JK? Multiple offensive rebounds.
Screen.
Draymond, little push shot.
Even if Draymond's handling involves Sengun, he's guarding GP2 that time, so GP2 sprints up there and Draymond gets a little comfortable floater off because he's in drop coverage.
Buddy Hield, reload three, and he got it. It's a deep two. He had his foot on the line. Are you going to Vegas or are you playing the Mavericks? Steph Curry, the field goal and the foul. Pajemski finding Buddy Hield. And Buddy drops in the three. That's a good look from Brandon right there.
The X factor, just moving without the ball. His defender kind of lost sight of him there.
Lindy Waters has a good look for three. Nicely done. Tell you what, Pajemski's running this unit. He got Trace to the free throw line. He got Buddy at three. Got Lindy at three. That's nice.
That was not bad there. Lindy kind of stopped in between the switch, found a little space.
EJD setting up Buddy for three. Yes, sir.
That's big. You run your split action. I talked about that before halftime.
Anytime you do sound effects, I love you even more.
Well, it's actually not very smart because it hurts my throat, so now my throat hurts the rest of the game.
Buddy Hield with another three, and by the way, Buddy's got 15.
Ball into TJD, you didn't like what you had, but you changed sides of the floor.
Sengun knocked away, Buddy Hield with the D. 4.5 left, 1 point lead in the ball. Kuminga nearly had it knocked away, my goodness. Pajemski, three! Oh, Brandon Pajemski hit the three like he was Steph. Sengun's had a big night with 22. Wheels on a defensive player of the year. Draymond played him beautifully and got the rebound.
That doesn't work with Draymond. You can throw as many moves as you want at him. He's holding his ground.
And Thompson holding on to Steph. He springs free. Gets around him in the lane. Kuminga feet set. Bottoms a three.
They involved Sengun. Had Steph set the ball screen like they did at the ending minutes with Draymond and Gobert last game.
Jalen Green, Draymond got a piece of it. Blocked the three.
It's amazing. And good thing Kuminga saw it too.
Draymond trying to set a ball screen. Shit, they jumped it nicely. Shot clock at 1. Buddy's got a launch. It's another 24-second violation. Sengun again. Van Vliet with a big three, and he got it. Rainbows at home. What does Steve Kerr design in that timeout? And it's Kuminga inside, and the Warriors throw it away. Sengun holding up top. Kevon Looney's in to deal with Sengun. Walks him to the rim, it's a two. Warriors still maintain the lead. You can take this all the way down and shoot a three with 3 seconds left, or shoot a three now. Curry missing there. Payton dived on it, throwing it on the deck. Kuminga in a tie-up, and you've got a foul! Not a jump ball, but a foul! And Green gives Houston the 1-point lead. Pajemski to inbound with Draymond, Buddy Hield, Kuminga, and Steph Curry. Looking